This is Greg Mazel, and I'm going to be presenting the program I have written for MAX MSP and for the general public called The Conductor, an interactive teaching module for Mazel Musical Arts and United Institute of Music Science. I'm going to go fast on this presentation, but if you take the course, you'll be able to get the PowerPoint presentations as part of your materials to study. So here we go. Special thanks to everyone who is on the committee for inviting me to present today. I appreciate the input and the chance to share my knowledge of conducting. It's an honor to be here presenting to you today. I hope you will enjoy this workshop. The LBS system. What is it? With over 50 years experience teaching, studying, writing, arranging, and performing jazz and classical music, I have discovered the three primary musical elements that exist in most written and improvised music and interdisciplinary arts: line, background, and solo. And again, I'm going to go a little fast here, but you're going to get all these materials when you sign up for the course. Thank you for your patience. Just want to say that all three of these fundamental elements of line, background, and solo are motivated by spirit, of course, while conducting continues as a guiding pathway for organized sound. The LBS Conductor System is a dynamic visual application that lives on tablets, typically placed on music stands. The app is implemented as a MAX MSP application running on a Mac computer and iPads communicating over Wi-Fi. And what is the motivation? Well, I look at these three things, the L, line, B, background, and S, solo, as three coexisting elements, three essential elements of jazz music. What can the LBS Conductor System be used for? Since these essential three elements are abstracted from any specific artistic discipline, then they could be used interchangeably in music, dance, education, and many creative fields. So you can create your own lines, your own backgrounds, and solos. What this application is doing is helping visualize what those cues are. This slide talks about the Max and the conductor with the iPads and the laptop, and I'll do a demo of what that looks like on a Mac screen with an input from an iPad so you can see what it looks like. And then for more interest about the history of conducting, this is a presentation I made about the idea of what is a conductor. Okay, it's different from conduction. This is a conductor, and it can be thought of as something that's old and new at the same time. So we talk about the origin of the word on this page. We talk about conduct, the noun, on this page. And we ask in the music and arts fields, how might you conduct yourself? And we come up with some questions like, how do you think musicians should conduct themselves in a rehearsal or in a music class? How might you conduct others if you're the one responsible to be the conductor? What are your musicians typically doing while you are conducting? Are they seated? Are they standing? Are they reading music from sheets, improvising? Are they off stage? Are they in the audience? There's a lot of possibilities. How, as a conductor, do you deal with noise? Maybe it's noise in the performance. Maybe it's noise from the audience. Maybe it's outside noise, like a fire truck going by. What about tempo? That's the speed. Other events, both visual and audible. Let's examine some other ideas. What are some alternatives with or without a conductor? What's an alternative to reading music from a score? And what are some alternatives for using a conductor or not? We could signal individuals in a group. We could use all these different types of signals, the baton, the hands, facial expression, etc. You could use wristwatches. You could use dates. You could use props that are on the stage. You could have people signaling from the audience, secret cues, or they could be telegraphed cues. You could be theatrical or not. What about the downbeat? When does something start or end? How do we manage that? And what about repetitions? How about silences, rests, entrances, exits? Are there regular beats? Are there random events? Let's discuss about synchronous versus asynchronous. What are those two concepts? And we talk about the spirit. This page goes over some of the more common emotions. And you can mix the powerful musical emotions in both theater and music and dance. Joy mixed with sorrow, which becomes bittersweetness. Love mixed with fear, vulnerability, etc. And then we have some examples. So we may have the ability to have a class where you have some people playing instruments or dancing or doing something else, but they could be using cues that they make themselves. And there's an example here where you have, this is a singing cue. The line could be sing a short word like love one time, and then the background is make high humming sound, and S is solo on your instrument or sing based on what you hear. So in the first example, you use a combination of iPads, a laptop, and a baton, and perhaps a metronome to get a downbeat for each state. The signaling is done like a traffic light. Yellow is ready, green is go, and red is stop on the laptops or the tablets. Here's another example where you'd say maybe an audible example. You say the word boom, you pause, then repeat. The background people are making a low humming sound continuously. And the soloists, maybe it's a group of soloists or one is freely improvising in, let's say, Dorian mode. Okay, a minor. Song 3, you have the audience and the students get to define their own cues. Be creative as you wish here. Let students express themselves freely. Ask which students want to conduct, which want to play as musicians or dancers, and which might want to sit one round out and observe. Any questions? I'm sure there are some questions and probably comments. For more info, you may contact me, the founder of this organization, Maisel Musical Arts, an affiliate of the United Institute of Music. And we are available online at maiselmusicalarts.org, and I can be reached by phone, the number you see here, 902-740-2816. And there's my email, greg.maisel@gmail.com. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you sign up and share this information with everybody at the Institute and at Maisel Musical Arts.